It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 14th of January. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather, nice and quiet. For the rest of this week, we'll have a soaking rain on Saturday. Then we go in the deep freeze Sunday through much of next week. And, of course, everybody wants to know, will there be another winter storm early next week? All the new data is in, so strap in. Let's talk about it. Here we go. This is the upper air look around the nation early this morning. Pretty cold vortex over the Great Lakes. We have colder air in place. And much of the country quiet. No big precipitation problems. We've got readings here in the low 20s in some spots to start the day. Look at Jasper, 21. Gadsden, 23. Birmingham in the upper 20s. Huntsville, mid-20s. Then we have low and mid-30s down across the southern counties of the state. Watch warning map. Pretty quiet morning around the nation. And look at here. No thunderstorms today, tomorrow, or Thursday. Convection just not happening with a cold, stable air mass in place. Next rain event will be on Saturday, and this looks like a good soaking rain for Alabama. Rain amounts in the 1 to 2 inch range for much of the state. And that's some rain we could use. Don't expect any severe storms, just a good old-fashioned rainy day. But model fans, you know you want to go through the daily, so here we go. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid today at 3. Zonal flow, dry air, sunny with highs around 50 for North Alabama, low to mid-50s for the southern counties of the state. Tomorrow we're dry, highs low to mid-50s. Thursday we're dry. You know, yesterday the GFS depicted a system in the Gulf that tried to bring some rain up to the Gulf Coast. Now they shunt that far to the south. We're still dry. High Thursday will be in the 50s, and Friday, it's a dry day with highs in the upper 50s and low 60s, so nice and calm for the rest of the week. But then, boom, look at Saturday. Cold front coming in, moisture surges north, and a good rain event. No severe storms, just a rainy day. Rain likely much of the day, not all day, but much of the day. And Saturday, the high should be in the low 60s for much of the state. And then Sunday, the cold air comes back. Feeding it is a 1,045 millibar high that's over Montana and North Dakota. We'll have an icy north wind. Temperatures will likely fall during the day. For North Alabama, you could wind up in the 30s by afternoon, and there might be a few light snow flurries around, but no impact if that happens. Just a very cold, windy day. Monday, we're cold and dry. Highs will be in the 30s. We start the day in the 20s. And do we go to it? Oh, sure. It's a week from today, Tuesday the 21st. And the GFS depicting a pretty good shortwave coming into Texas. Arctic air in place. And here we go. Now, the GFS on this run depicts a winter storm unfolding for the southern states with snow, sleet, and freezing rain from Texas to Alabama. This is Tuesday night of next week. The GFS depicting a really messy ice sleet situation for the southern two-thirds of the state with rain on the immediate Gulf Coast. But wait a minute. That's a GFS. What does the European say? Nothing. It's got a weak system shunted far to the south, and we're just cold and dry. How about a third opinion? The Canadian global model. Like the European, dry as a bone. So, again, for the snow fans, it's still too early to know. I know that everybody's going to get really excited about the GFS, but again, at this range, a week out, the European typically has a better track record, if you will. And so it's dry. The Canadian is dry. But let's look. You know what I want to look at here? The probabilistic outlook from the European ensemble, which tells a better story. This is the chance of total snow 1 inch or more between now and the 25th of January. And the trend is down, which is not good for the snow lovers. The chance of 1 inch of snow is now down to 10 to 20% for basically all of Alabama. And we've been watching it. Again, it started higher yesterday morning, and it's been steadily dropping on the last few runs. Could this change again? Absolutely. But let's look at the snow plume product coming off the European. This is where you can see all 51 members of the ensemble. And yeah, you've got a couple of outliers. You got one member that's up there at 7 inches, one member that's up there at 5.5, but most of the ensemble members show nothing or just a little bit. And the mean is the green line of the ensemble members, and it's about a half inch. But again, it's just too early to call. I know we're within 7 days now. We're talking about a potential event Tuesday of next week. But with Model Madness and the members all over the board, it's too early to call. In our forecast, we're leaning toward the drier solution, and that the reliable European shows nothing, Canadian shows nothing. But again, you got to respect, the GFS and that concept of a blow in the Gulf and a big messy winter storm here. But for the moment, we're trending toward the drier solution. But we will have much better clarity toward the end of this week, by Friday. If you got plans or events going on, just don't change anything. Don't get too concerned about it at this point, but just watch for those trends. All right. And by the way, the one thing that's a given, it's going to be cold. Again, we've got that Barney purple around here next week. It's just going to be really cold. On Tuesday, we should stay below freezing all day for the northern half of the state, and we go way down in the teens. Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning of next week, as we have that cross-polar flow, air that's originating from Siberia, coming over the pole into Canada and the United States. So let's go out 10 days. This is Thursday of next week, the 23rd. Again, northwest flow aloft, and we're just cold and dry. Let's check the temperatures. Again, we'll hit the warmth on Saturday with that rain falling, 61. That's the warmest day. But look at the deep freeze next week. And this is for Birmingham. Keep in mind, many spots will be colder. And again, these numbers could go down. This is off the National Blend of Models, which is a great approach. But for Birmingham, the high Tuesday, 31, with lows in the teens, both Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning of next week. And the latest long-range guidance, this is for January 21st through the 27th. Once again, deep shades of blue. Temperatures will likely stay below average for the rest of January. Did you see the full moon last night? The wolf moon. And hey, if you look really carefully, there at the lower part of the moon, that little dot, what is that? The planet Mars. Kind of a cool setup last night where the planet passed behind the moon, and this is what it looked like when it emerged on the other side there. Ron Burkett took those images, and this is from Russ McKinney. Russ is a great astrophotographer. He's down at Pike Road, and again, that's a good, really zoom-in telescope look at the moon and Mars last night. But that was a very bright moon. I get home very late after working the TV night shift, and walked outside. It was almost like it was broad daylight last night. And, of course, before that moonrise, had a gorgeous sunset across the state. All right, so today going to be over in Carroll County, Georgia, Roopville Elementary School. And then this afternoon will be at Pelham Oaks Elementary School in Shelby County. Tomorrow, Young Elementary in Talladega. Thursday, got a preschool group over in Helena. Friday, Piedmont Elementary in Calhoun County, home of the Bulldogs. There's a lot of good school programs coming up, and of course, we invite you to watch us on the television side this evening. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.